now start? What the ass had with my money? What the ass you do with all your money? Resolution was to save money and thing, right? It's February, March. What's going on? Happy Lunar New Year! So, this year I wanted more money. I wanted it to be the year of affluence. And not to say that it's not going to be, but supposedly it's the year of the sheep or the ram or the goat. Ram or the goat or the sheep, because apparently the Chinese symbol translates to something like the horned animal or something like that. So there's some ambiguity as to whether it's a sheep, a ram, or a goat. Just FYI. But this year is supposed to be more yin-like, so it's not too much focused on success and money. It's more about essential needs. It's more about creating stasis and harmony. Pretty much the opposite of what I wanted this year to be about. But I don't think we're gonna try anyways. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting more money. I am not going to travel the world on a donkey's back, on top of which donkeys are expensive. Money is not the root of all evil. It is the worship of money that is the root of all evil. History has taught us that time and time again, people fighting because of greed. And I'm sure you've even seen it in your own personal life. For instance, I do not mix friends and money, because at the end of it all, we probably won't be friends anymore. You know, it's the coveting, you know, like my precious. That was a Lord of the Rings reference, by the way. Is what leads to an unbalanced life, when you don't appreciate the non-material things, the more meaningful things. And life is all about balance. Eat, Pray, Love has taught me that. My favorite self-help novel, which has been through a lot. And I quote, page 37, "I wanted worldly enjoyment and divine transcendence. The dual glories of the dual glories of a human life. I wanted what the Greeks called kalos kai agathos." Pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. "The singular balance of the good and the beautiful." So you see, life is about balance. And in this video, I'm going to talk about ways to help save money. Okay, tip number one is very practical. A lot of people do it. It's to split up your check, right? So automatically you don't even see the money. You're going to split it into your savings and your checking account. I recommend doing a percentage, maybe 20 to 30%. Dollar amount you can do, but let me say you decide to take out $100 from every check and then you had like a really shitty pay week. You might need that $100, you know, to live on things. So a percentage would just make life a little bit easier. Treat it like a tax. Once it's gone, it's gone. Once you have given it to the government, you cannot get it back. You'll be accumulating savings and you won't touch it, and it will just grow. Another thing I do is when I do look at it, I tend to round off the number. So if I have, let's say, $1,237.50, I will just add the extra amount from my checking to make it $1,240. So this way, when a little bit of interest that you do get, you can sort of see that happening, and then when it gets to an uneven number, you can go ahead and add more to get it back to an even number. So it's a little way to kind of add more into the savings than what you're already putting in, and just keeping it nice and rounded so you can keep track of it. My next tip you might have seen floating around on social media, Facebook or something like that. It is the 52-week money challenge. So the idea is to save the dollar equivalent to the week that we're in. So if we're in week 14, you would add $14 to the stash. If we're in week 18, you would add $18 to the stash. At the end of it, since there's 52 weeks in a year, the most you'll be taking out of your account is $52, which is not bad at all. At the end of it all, you will have managed to save $1,378 to start 2016 with. My next tip is about gift money. So if you receive money for your birthday, you find money somewhere, be it your own, forgotten because of carelessness, tucked away in a jacket pocket, or somebody else's, and you try to find the person who owned the money and you can find it. Right, I keep that money and I don't say, hey, I just found $20 and let me go buy such and such. I put it away. and I put it into the pages of a holy book of sorts. Not because I don't read my holy books and I won't know that it's there and I'll forget about it, but that when I do read my holy books, it will remind me of the good that I want to do with money. It will remind me of the kindness of people and small blessings, because whether somebody took the time to gift it to you, be it $10 or $50, or whether you found it, is it not a small blessing, or just even a big blessing, or just a blessing in general? And two, if it's in a holy book, you're less inclined, trust me, to spend it because you feel like you are stealing from Jesus. Like Lord Shiva is going to be like, I see you taking that money that you said you wasn't going to touch to go buy a new lipstick. Don't do it. My next tip is a bit more fun. I make a game out of it. So when I spend cash, I choose an increment. So you can choose dollars, you can choose $5, $10 or $20 or $50. And every time you get this specific increment, you save it. I chose 5 as my increment because 1 was too little. 10, there's a lot of things I could do with $10. I could like need at $10, and then obviously if 10 was already too high for me, 20 was even higher, and then 50 is very rare that I will ever get a $50 bill in my possession, so 5 it is. And the 5 times table is a fun times table. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50. Now another thing that I do, which is sort of like a money game, is to pay with bills only. So I don't pay with any coins, even if the total is like 2101, 2105, 2106, and I have 6 cents in my pocket. I will not give you that 6 cents. You will give me all the change, and then all the change is going to go into my coin jar. And that way you're saving up without even realizing that you're saving. And it's okay to thief the quarters, because you know we have to pay for parking and things, so thief the quarters, but everything else into the coin jar. So I gave you 5 ways to save money. Number 1 was the practical way, which is to take out a specific percentage from your paycheck every pay period. Number 2 was the 52-week money challenge. Number 3 was Lakshmi money, as I like to call it, which is, well, Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and prosperity in the Hindu religion. So Lakshmi money, which is money that you find, money that's gifted to you. Put that away. Number 4 is the 5 times table. Number 5 is the coin jar. And then think about it, you have money saving in 5 separate places. If that doesn't make you feel abundant, I do not know what will. Hopefully these tips have helped you. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.